What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. So in this series, I've basically done 100 runs of a random dungeon or 10 hours of an open world farm, and then I save everything that's cool and everything that's good, and then I make these videos showing to you guys the results of doing that farm 100 times. So in today's video, we have loot from 100 LBRS runs, one of my favorite dungeons to do. So I'm going to show you guys the route that I'm doing. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to talk a bit about like what's the potential good items in the dungeon, like what you should look out for and all of that. I do want to quickly say though, before we start the route, a big thank you to everyone that has picked up the 0 to 10 million gold guide. The support is insane. The feedback is really insane. Thank you guys so much. And if you haven't received it yet or bought it yet, 50% off, code dragonflight, because yes, the thing about this book is it gets constantly updated. So you only got to get it once and then you will receive every single future update for free. So it's linked down below. Now, before you guys go ham in the comments section and ask me, student, why aren't you looting? I normally always loot when I do this farm. It's not magically going to appear in your mailbox. It's just that I already have loot from exactly 100 runs in my mailbox. On these runs, I just show you guys the route that I'm taking. LBRS, however, is one of the dungeons that's it's extremely important that you guys kind of tailor your routes around what movement speed you have. Like, how good is your speed set? Do you even have a speed set? Because it's a very long dungeon and there's a lot of different ways you can run it. But you always want to make sure that you kill the last boss 10 times. So if that means doing a shortcut and just jumping down here, then do it. The reason why you want to do that is because the last boss has a chance of dropping the like Arcanite plan, Arcanite champion from the boss, and that's specific to the last boss. So you don't want to lose out on getting that one. So make sure that within the 1 hour and the 10 dungeon lookouts you have, that you kill the last boss 10 times. So besides from the dungeon-specific Arcanite champion, you can also get the dungeon-specific blacksmithing plan Arcanite Reaper. Besides from that, there's a couple of green items that's worth putting up on the auction house. Really depends on your realm, how much competition you have, what the price is on the items. But you have a couple of green sets that is worth putting up on the auction house. But you're mainly doing this this dungeon because there's a lot of mobs. The density is good. You have the chance at getting the blacksmithing plants, Arcanite Reaper and Arcanite Champion. But also world drop epic items. Because besides from the 2 blacksmithing plants, there's really only one item that is specific to the dungeon, and that is the Wind Dancer boots. One of the rarest items in the game can drop, but insanely hard to obtain. So yeah, it's really good because you can get epics like Destiny, Cloudkeeper leggings, a Skull Flame shield. You can get blue items like Orb of Deception. There's just a lot of good loot that can drop from this place because they're at the perfect level to drop those high value epic items. But blue items, it's not that interesting. Orb of Deception, Chance Imperial, probably being the best ones. Also, on a small note, these spiders drop a material called Shadow Silk. Shadow Silk needed for the Shadow Weave mask. It can be quite valuable on your realm. So make sure to at least don't vendor it until you've checked the price on it. So there's that's pretty much the loot, right? Now, if you have the option to pick up like inscription with level 1 BFA inscription on it, do it, because that would allow you to open up lock boxes using this one, Scroll of Unlocking. That's all you need. You don't need to level up inscription. You just gotta go to BFA, learn level 1 BFA inscription, and then you can buy the Scroll of Unlocking from the auction house. Because there's a lot of chests in this dungeon, and chests have a higher chance of giving you a blue item or an epic item. So it is worth it. Speaking of blue items, you can also get a couple of decent patterns as well from like world drop blue patterns from these guys. But now we're going to jump over the bridge, and that's yet another chest right there. Kill off these guys, And then we're heading to the room with the last boss. Kill these. And I'm obviously doing it on a druid with a speed set. Druids is nice because once you arrive at the last boss, you can just dream walk out and then dream walk right back at the dungeon again. So that's pretty cool. But now we're going to look at the interesting part, why you're all watching this video, and that is the loot, right? So let's get out of this place and take a look at my bags. So starting off with the boring stuff, I always keep these hats. Like, okay, the price, there are 6 gold each right now for the Wanderer's hat, so obviously that's bad. But every single, like, wizard hat sells really well. Like, every single color of it. The sell rate is usually very good. The swashbuckler, look at the sell rate, insane. However, it's Argent Dawn, it's an RP realm with a billion gold farmers on it, so prices are bad right now. Then you have the Ebb and Hold armor, like the Ebb and Hold set, look at the sell rate. Like, don't compare the min buyout prices of my realm with your realm, because my prices are going to be, like, extremely low. Then you have a couple of robes. Like, robes are usually good from Classic. I always sell these bad boys. And then we have Heroes and Elegant Tunic as well. In terms of patterns and schematics and recipes, I got the Pots of Petrification. People really just buy these because they want to collect it all. Like, that's the use for this one specifically. And then we have Radiant Belts. We have Mooncloth Leggings, Mooncloth Vest. We have Arcanite Reaper. Didn't get the champion one, but I did get Orb of Deception, which is a toy with a high sell rate. And then Epics. I got 1 Axe of the Deep Woods, market value of 48k. Dwarven Hand Cannon, market value of 10k. Double Brain Hacker, market value of 32,000 gold. Lifestone, a stupid market value of 27k. And I actually got a Skullflame Shield. Now, LBRS is one of my most farmed dungeons. Last time when I did a video of 100 runs, I got 2 Skullflame Shields. Those 2 Skullflame Shields alone guaranteed me 60,000 gold an hour, because they're like 300,000 gold each, right? So just with this one item, I'm at 30,000 gold per hour. Like, that's pretty sweet. But like the main ticket item, what makes this, this is very important, what makes this on paper a 3 million gold or 300,000 gold an hour farm, like obviously clickbait, right, is the Wind Dancer boots. I don't think I've ever seen in my like 8 years of making videos and live streaming, I don't think I've ever seen anyone get the Wind Dancer boots. And I've done like way above 1,000 runs of LBRS, never gotten them myself. They're so damn rare. Like, even some of the rarest items in the game coming from Uldaman and SM has more auctions up on EU and NA than the Wind Dancer boots. There's only 10 of these up on the entire EU. The only bad thing, though, is that they have the same model as 18 other boots. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. The Wind Dancer boots. Same model as 18 other boots. But that's pretty common for the Skullflame Shield as well. If you guys aren't aware, there's a shield that looks exactly the same from Monatombs, right? From the last boss. But it's like a slightly different color scheme on it, so it has a different item ID. Now, I haven't done enough research to see if the Wind Dancer boots has a different item ID than these other boots, right? All it takes is like a slightly darker shade on the boots and a different item ID, and the ATT people need to get the Wind Dancer boots for like to be like a completionist and get all the mogs. I'm not sure about that though. It's obviously a market value of 3 million gold. They're only at that price because they are one of the rarest items in the game, but they don't have any use as a twink item. It's going to be very weird to sell them for 3.2 million gold. Unrealistic, probably. So what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to post it for like a shit ton of gold, and then I'm going to dump the price, and hopefully a sniper is going to like snipe these up, right? That's what I usually do with these kind of items. Anyways, that was the results of these 100 runs of LBRS. So if you want to see more content like this, because I got a lot of dungeons coming up where I've done 100 runs, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you'll be notified whenever I upload another video. That's it for today though, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all back in at tomorrow's video. Bye bye.